Hey, my friend Damon Green here from the Iconic Agent. I help real estate agents make more money selling new construction homes. Out here on my daily walk here, came to visit my parents and walking around. Nonetheless, what you're about to watch is a short clip of our normal coaching calls that we have at the Iconic Agent. And this one is really impactful. Now, this is typically client only access, but I wanted to share this because I'm talking to one of my star clients, and she talks about how she's growing her business with other people's money. I know everybody's out there and they know she'll be advertising, etc. Well, she gives you pretty much basic blueprint on how to grow your business without using your own money, and that's always the bottleneck. And then we also talk about something that most real estate agents are horrible about, is follow-up. And she has some really innovative and simple strategies for follow-up that you can take and run with. So go ahead and watch it, and I'll see you on the other side. Hello, everyone. Back again for part two with Tatiyana from the coaching call. What we're going to talk about today is something that most real estate agents should be doing and could be doing. Tatiyana is doing as a newer agent. She's kicking tail in these areas, and I want to share it with you guys. So welcome back again, Tatiyana.
Thank you for having me, Damon. So I would say the first thing that we can discuss would be the business credit.
Yes.
Yeah. So a lot of agents aren't leveraging this, but a lot of people are who are in business. So what they're doing is they're using other people's money to help fund their business. And not only does this help them get started quicker with their business, but it also helps them scale faster because they get access to these funds. So the first step to even, I would say, getting approved for business credit would be to make sure that your personal credit is on point. Meaning that you can't have any collections, no late payments, no charge-off accounts, no bankruptcies. You have to get that in order first before you can move on to the business credit. And the reason why is because you're technically co-signing on your business credit with your personal credit.
So is it possible to have, okay credit and get business credit?
You could have okay credit, but you may not get approved for a lot on the business side. You may get approved for about 10,000, 15,000 maybe, but the real goal behind it is, this is just my personal goal. I want to get approved from anywhere from $50,000 to $150,000 in my business, because eventually I want to hire ISAs and hire people to truly help me scale my new construction business here locally. So I want to set up different campaigns for multiple builders if I can, and hire a team to kind of help me follow up with those leads and go from there.
Awesome. Now, kind of give an overview, like where do you start? Okay, I have A plus credit, right? I have a 650 plus,
Mm-hmm.
and I want business credit. Like, what do I need to do? Do I just go to the bank and say I need business credit, or kind of what are the steps from beginning to getting to where you're starting now, but you want to get to 100K in business credit? What are the
Right.
steps to get there from somebody that has no idea what you're talking about and wants to get going?
Okay. So if you're at, let's say, a 650, I would encourage you to try to get up to at least a 700. And you can get up to a 700 by lowering your utilization. So if you have a credit card right now and you got a $10,000 credit limit and you're at like 50% utilization, you want to get that under 50, or at least I would say under 30, right? Because that alone is going to help boost your score. Also, if you need to purchase trade lines, that can also help you get up to that 700 credit score. But I definitely think that 700 is the winning number. You can go to tradelinesupply.com to buy authorized user trade lines. So authorized user trade lines would be like you're piggybacking off of somebody else's good payment history, because payment history is like 35% of your credit score. So getting an authorized user, maybe two or three, can definitely help you get up to that 700. After that, I would go ahead and set up a business account with whoever you want. I use Chase. Um,
Business
and
bank account.
business bank account, yes, business bank account. And I use Chase. And once you have that set up, you can apply for a credit card the same day. However, I did that, and I think I got about $9,000 or $10,000 for a business line of credit, which helped me purchase your course, and it's also helping me run my ads. However, I'm at a point where I'm like, I'm starting to kind of understand this. So let me go ahead and, try to get some more business credit. So with that being said, there are programs that are out here that can fund you anywhere from 50 to 150,000 on a brand new business. So I'm looking into that right now. You can visit a website called 0%.com. It's a guy named Jeff Seckinger. I plan on joining his course to learn how to pretty much launch new businesses and obtain 50 to 150,000 on new business lines of credit. So I would say that's pretty much the process of it. You can learn how to protect your own assets as well, which is a lot of people don't want to get into the whole business credit because they're like, well, it's attached to my personal credit and I don't want to default. They're going to take my assets, but there are ways to protect that. And also, something else about using business credit is that it doesn't ding your personal credit unless you miss a payment on your business credit, meaning that usually with a personal credit card, if you max that out, then you can drop points on the personal side. But if you're using a business credit card, that doesn't affect it. So which means you can literally max that entire credit card out and you won't be penalized. It won't affect your credit.
Oh, that I did not know. That's good to know.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now what about a Dun & Bradstreet number? How does that fall into play, or does it fall into play with business credit?
So you do need a Dun & Brad. You're going to build that over time, though, as you are making your payments on time with your business credit, because there is a business credit score that you'll need to obtain or you'll need to get to, just like your personal credit. But you get that by making your payments on time and things like that. But it's not really necessary, from what the guy is saying. It's not necessary to have a good business credit score if your personal credit score is good in the beginning. Because you're pretty much going to be co-signing on that business credit with your personal credit. And if your personal credit is A1, then you're good to go. However, once you get that, I guess, good business credit score rating over a length of time, then you'll no longer have to use your personal credit to obtain more business credit. You could just flat out just apply using your business because it now has a score.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And what was my other question for you? So we got trade lines. Can you kind of explain what those are? Because I know, for instance, I have a Uline account
Mm-hmm.
that I order from Net30 whenever I need something.
Okay.
Which I was told that kind of helps with the DMB number, and you need some open trade lines from a business perspective. I think there's like WP Mason's another one that's supposed to be good in report. Staples or Office Max, so they give me a Net30, so I can buy like $1 million worth of stuff this month, and I get 30 days to pay it back. But I just got to make sure the payment's back in time.
Yeah.
How does all that play? Or you want to kind of explain the trade lines or what you know about that?
So yeah, so you mean trade lines for like the personal side or business side?
Or both. What's the difference? I didn't even realize personal was a thing.
Yeah, so yeah, the personal credit. Yeah, so it's kind of like the same thing in a way. But we all have primary accounts. If you own credit cards, you have a house, you have a car, those are primary trade lines, right? However, there are other people out here that have good payment history, and it's like they're renting out their payment history to you in a way. They're letting you piggyback off of it. So if I had a kid, for instance, and they're like, they want to start building credit, I can add them on as an authorized user on one of my credit cards, and that's going to help boost their credit score as well. Now, I don't have to give them a credit card, but that's they don't do that with strangers, but they do still add you to their accounts. And the trade line usually lasts for about 60 to 90 days, but you can purchase different trade lines. So you can go back to as far as like 2000 or 2005. Those are more expensive because like the payment history is like crazy long. But it's worth it because your score can literally jump through the roof now because you have this exceptional payment history on an authorized user account. So that's on the personal side. On the business side, yes, you can set up you do the Staples thing you mentioned, or a few other things to help you build that business credit score. But from my understanding, that's more so looking at corporate business credit. And there are ways to kind of maneuver around that where you don't have to open up those, I would say, accounts or trades And you can literally just jump straight to the funding by co-signing with your personal credit. So if you don't want to use your personal credit to open up a business or start a or obtain business credit cards, then you'll have to do it the way that you're doing it by building that business credit score. But that can take a little bit longer.
Yeah, I actually did. I had the personal first. I use Capital One as a Spark card. So I started off with that just to say, just to do something. And now I'm looking to, continue further because I've actually used not per se business credit. I used PayPal Capital Loans, which because I have a business with significant revenues, they know how much I've made through them, and they say, okay, well, we'll give you this much, and they just take a piece off of anything that comes in. So it's a loan that they take 20% off of whatever monies comes through my PayPal account. That's used to pay it back.
Oh, I see. Okay.
They don't report, but that was my start into the business credit side because I'm like, why am I going to use my own money? Because one of the biggest problems that advertisers have when they're running their ads is they run out of money.
Yeah.
So if you owe money and you run out and you have to wait till a closing or wait till a customer pays and then pay it, you go through these ebbs and flows. Whereas if you have somebody a decent amount of money that you can just keep floating that money and pay it back and float the money and pay it back, you keep your pipeline.
Yep.
When you have the pipeline, then you follow up with them, which is a good segue, I guess, unless you have more to talk about with business credit. The pipeline, two things that agents that I see that I talk to, and I've talked to thousands of them, are they're living closing to closing. They don't have any extra money, or they're like, I don't want to use credit. My credit's A1. I don't want to use my credit for my business. So they don't use business credit, which helps them leverage. So they're basically shooting themselves in the foot. Number two is, and I just got off a call with one of the clients that has a bunch of leads that came in that she can't follow up with. And she's getting responses and there's money on the table, life gets in the way, et cetera. Follow up. Most agents are horrible at follow up, and you're doing some really, really cool things with follow up. So kind of tell from an agent perspective, give me a little story as to like how you got into the program and what you're doing after the 10th day and you reach out to the leads and automation. What are you doing to stay fresh in their minds and brand yourself?
Definitely. So I would say pretty much how I got started with the program was I was doing research. I found you online and decided, hey, you know what? My credit is A1. Let me go ahead and get some business credit. I already knew after our call I was joining because I've already done like research on your program. So I was ready for it. So it allowed me to sign up without even a second thought of hesitation because I'm not using my own money. I'm using my business credit card. So with that being said, I after joining and after like the 10-day follow-up, I would say I definitely added more emails to my follow-up. I definitely extended that out to like the last day. They give you like a certain limit of days that you can send out emails. I think it's like 109 days. So I'm all the way up there. So I just continue to just send out emails or set up emails, and I'm asking questions, of course, in those emails or setting call to actions in every one of those emails. I also have a schedule once link that I'm using. So I put that schedule once link in there, like, hey, schedule time with me and things like that. So just so I could stay more organized instead of having everyone just call my phone. Taking it, I mean, I feel like when they see like a scheduled time with me, they're just like, okay, like, let me go ahead and do that instead. And plus it just seems more like they're more serious, in my opinion, if they schedule a time to talk with you. I've also been sending out email blasts. So I'll go out and I'll do tours every week. And I will just go out to a new construction builder and I'll just, talk about, what they have to offer. I'll brand myself, let them know who I am, let them know that I'm offering free buyer's representation. I cover your inspection. And I literally say this like 2 to 3 times in the video. Like I let them know, I want it to be embedded in their minds. Like, yeah, this girl is going to pay for my inspection. I don't have to pay her commission. The builder does. So I'm really just doing that, sending out these email blasts every week, and people are actually watching them. I clicked on the open rate and I saw who's looking at it. And I'm like, wow, this is cool. So I'm doing that to follow up too. I know a lot of people don't want to get on camera. You don't really have to, but just as long as you're giving value to your leads, they love that. And that's going to make them want to work with you because now they know, like they feel as if they know, like, and trust you. And it's going to be easier to get that person to say, hey, let me call Tatiyana. I like what she's doing. I see what she's doing. She's actually active in the market. She's always at new homes. I'm sure she knows what she's talking about. Let me go ahead and contact her. So that's what I'm doing.
So how are you doing videos? What advice would you give to an agent that's like, I don't want to get on camera and I don't even know how to do video. Like, I don't have a huge video marketing budget to go hire a team to go and do blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
What would you say to that agent?
I would say you can use your smartphone. I use my smartphone all the time. Yeah, your phone, literally your phone. And you could just go out and record videos. I mean, it's free to do. You don't have to hire a team. And if you're camera shy, that's okay. I'm good at video, but sometimes I'm shy as well. And sometimes I don't show my face. I just get out there and I share the information. As long as you're sharing the information, giving your leads this value, because they're all looking for a new home. They're going to watch your tours, right? So, yeah, I would just say, just send out as many as you can, give value. You don't have to be on camera. If you happen to mess up, just know this isn't live. So people aren't like tuning in at that moment. So if you mess up, you can literally edit that out. So I use something called iMovie, and it allows me to cut out different pieces that I want. I mean, it was times that I tripped and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm going to cut that out. So
that bloopers reel.
Huh?
Put that in the bloopers reel at the end of the video.
I know, right? So I mean, you can literally get in there, edit, and it's YouTube video showing you how to do this stuff. I mean, you can watch videos on YouTube, how to edit on iMovie, and
Now,
you can
do
just
you edit on your phone or do you edit on your Mac?
I edit on my Mac.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And then yeah, post it on YouTube. I mean, it could go unlisted if you just want your leads to see it. It can go as unlisted, or you can just set it up to where everyone can see it. And if that's something that you want to do, you can use the same research that Damon shows us, that you show us how to do, and that's searching for the popular keywords and different things like that. And I literally have a slew of keywords with like crazy volume, like thousands of people are. I'm like, whoa, this is crazy. So, and you can actually find one of my videos on the second page right now of Google when they search for like Winchester homes at Two Rivers, and my video is right there. There's no other videos. So that gives you the authority, and it's free. So
Winchester Homes at Two Rivers?
Yeah, Winchester Homes at Two Rivers. I should still be there. But yeah, it's
Yes.
It's really easy. You see it?
Yep, I do. I'm gonna actually share that so I can show it. Okay, so I did Winchester Homes at Two Rivers, and you were right here.
Hey, yep, there I am.
Now, one thing with this, which we talked about, this here, if you take this and run a press release to this, and remember, if you're watching this before September 2020, I am offering anyone that's an Iconic Agent client, you get free press release distribution, which is about $150 value. Each press release, you get distributed to about 250 different press outlets across the country. But why does that matter? One, if they look for your name or the subdivision, there's a chance the press release is going to come up. If they look for your name, the press release is most likely going to come up in the first page. Ask yourself, how many agents do you know that if you Google their name, there's news outlets speaking about them? Instant credibility and authority. But number two, it'll help boost your video. So if you have a video, Google My Business, and you're the subdivision, you can actually probably boost this up with 1 to 2 press releases to the first page. So when someone Googles it, they see your video and you talking about the property. You put a call to action at the end with your phone number and information. Now it's an evergreen video that's out there constantly promoting you when someone's looking.
Yep.
So this would be the first one I would run a press release for you, on top of the current one you're doing. But any campaigns that you're running or you want to run that you're not actually running live Google ads for. So say in the program, we say start off with one and go deep. So for instance, you have the one that you're working on, you want to do a press release for that. But because this is already ranking, we can boost this up with a press release or two.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're not running, 2, 3, 4 campaign yet, you can run a press release for all of them and let that marinate in the search engines until you're ready to do it. It may bring in leads, and you may never run a paid campaign, but at least you solidify your placement in Google. And again, you're branding yourself. So
Yep. You're right. You're
that's
right.
definitely the first one that I would do, because you're already there. That's just going to give it a little push.
For the Winchester homes?
For the Winchester, yes.
Got it. Okay. That makes sense. Awesome.
So you had a couple of resources I remember that you shared. Well, that was my one, was the press releases. And there's a template to write the press releases in the members area in the coaching section. It says, I think it was back in May or June. It says press release writing. We've got the template and the distribution outlet we use. We used to use, the one I'm using now is different, but you get a template there, put that together, shoot that to me. I'll give it a little edit, give you tips, and we'll shoot that out. It takes about 48 hours to distribute. So literally, if we had it today, by Friday, you could get in all those press outlets.
Okay. All right.
So that was the one thing. And then you had another one, the celebrity. Have you used that yet?
I haven't used it yet, but I plan on it. This is cameo.com.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just learned about Cameo, I would say about 2 weeks ago, but it's like a celebrity platform where you can pay any well-known celebrity to give your business a review. They typically do like birthdays and things like that. They can literally say anything you want them to say at a price. However, on the business side, it is more expensive, but they can literally just give you a great review. Not a testimonial, because they're not any of your clients, so it wouldn't be like a fake testimonial, but more like, hey, Damon, I see you're doing a great thing in the real estate market. You're teaching agents how to market and this and that, and you're doing an amazing job. Keep up the good work. So something like that they could say. And you can take these reviews and you can send this out as an email blast to your leads. Let them see, Snoop Dogg just reviewed my business, or Maya, the singer, just reviewed my business, or somebody from Love and Hip Hop. And people are going to say, oh, shoot, how does this agent know this celebrity? How do they know each other? She must be doing a really great job in her business if they have Yandy or Candy or whoever shouting out her business. So that gives you authority as well in your marketplace, because they're like, I know these people. And people like us, we tend to look up to celebrities, and everybody else does. So I do plan on adding this into my business after, I would say, I get my first closing or so, just to kind of amplify and ramp up my my email marketing. But when you have access to business credit, you can literally dab into so many different things to help boost your business. That is one of them. Hiring an ISA team to help you follow up with your leads is another one. I mean, it's just so many different things you can do. So I would encourage, if you have the budget right now, to look into cameo.com. It can definitely help you.
Yeah, and so all the agents that always, well, not always, I'm saying, all the agents that have a feeling like their hands are tied because they're waiting on a closing or inspection or whatever, and things are just taking longer than expected. That's where business credit comes into place, because, if Tatiyana wants to do something, she doesn't have to wait for the closing. She's just like, all right, it's enough here. Let me go knock this out. The key is just make sure that you're investing in things that work.
Absolutely. Yep. That's the main key. That's the key. Once you know you have that, and we have that here, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're learning so much. You're teaching us very well how to market. This is just not some program that you're just like, okay, take our money and leave. We have these coaching calls. You're like in tune with everything. So this is the best coaching or program I think I've joined, honestly, because we can count on you. So when you have that knowledge and these tools to do it, you're like, okay, I trust it. I know it's going to work now. Let me ramp up my budget. Let me see about business credit. Now that I found the tools and the person to help me, let me go ahead and go out and get some business credit so I can set up more projects. And now you have endless leads coming in. And by this time, you should probably look into becoming a broker, because that's my goal. I plan on getting my broker's license by the end of this year, because I know the potential of it. I know once I get this business credit and I ramp up my ad spend, I'm going to have endless leads. So, and that's what I want. So this is very possible. You do not have to wait closing to closing. paycheck to paycheck to scale your business. You can do it now.
Yep.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Cool. Well, I greatly appreciate, the remix here.
Definitely. No problem.
So I know you get back to your clients and work on some more closings. I appreciate your time. Again, if you need anything, I am here. Any last words? Anything? Any shout outs? Anything you want to?
I don't think so. However, you can reach me in the group. I am in the group. I haven't said anything recently, but I'll go ahead and make a post right now just so you guys can see me that I'm there. Ask me any questions that you have about personal credit, business credit. I'm willing to talk. I'm here to help other people. We can help each other. So yeah, add me, just use me as a resource. I'm around.
Okay, awesome. Thanks, Tatiyana, and we will talk soon.
All right. Talk to you soon. Bye.